the Buzz Show, baby, with Amanda Munchies, never lazy. This be the Buzz Show, baby. Roll up, light up, now we're hazy. Mellow out, no time for the crazy. Edible, make the body feel amazing. Purple medical medication station. Maybe crumble or wax, you ain't basic. Legalize it so the world can't taste it. Topics on tropics, locals who got it. Growers and stoners, it's a must to know the gossip. This be the Buzz Show, baby. With Amanda Munchies, never lazy. Fill up a blunt, let's get wavy. This be the Buzz Show, baby. This be the Buzz Show, baby. With Amanda Munchies, never lazy. Fill up a blunt, let's get wavy. This be the Buzz Show, baby.
Hi everyone, Amanda Munchies, and we are here live at the Bud Show, Season 2, Episode 20-something. I feel like it's 7, maybe 26, not really sure. But the important thing is that we have some phenomenal guests in the house tonight. We're going to talk about some serious stuff and hopefully some fun stuff too. Jake, you're going to bring the fun. Medicated Chef has brought the goodies.
Yeah.
Michael's brought the seriousness. And we got Marley Bob with all the discounts that you need that the Bud card hasn't brought you.
Right.
So, just saying, we're excited about tonight and our guests. I will let them go around and officially introduce themselves. We will start on my left and go. Nope, we're going to start with you. And we're going to pass it all the way around like a nice fat doobie.
There we go.
Go ahead, sir. Take it away. Where can we find you? Not your house, just on social media.
Hi, I'm Michael Weiser. I'm stage director of Normal. I'm also the editor of the Arizona Cannabis Monthly and staff on the 2020 campaign. You could find me on any of those places. On Instagram, I'm Mikel.Weisser.
How we doing this? I'm Marley Bob 710 on Instagram. Marley's Medicated Mission on YouTube. I just started with the YouTube channel, and like Amanda was saying, my mission is always trying to find good meds at a discounted price. Always running around the valley, doing all kinds of fun stuff, just hitting all the dispensaries, taking good pictures, all that fun stuff. So you should go follow me on that.
Yes.
Rock on. My name's Jake Anderson. They also call me Jake the Ginger. Jake the Ginger.
Anderson. What the heck name is that? I'm like, I've never even heard that before.
Everybody's like, who is that?
Mr. Anderson.
Jake the Ginger 420 on Instagram. Co-founder for Green Thumb Events and founder for Simplistic Consulting. Green Thumb Events, we focus on compliant, fun events for cannabis patients and business as well. The Simplistic Consulting, we do financing, banking, and credit card solutions for hemp and cannabis companies nationwide.
Yay.
Nice, yeah.
We need to talk. I need help with some processing of credit cards in this industry shenanigans.
What?
Yeah.
No. Who
Yes.
needs that?
I need help. I'm telling you, I only got PayPal and ACH right now. I need some help processing regular, good old cards. All right. So who are you, sir? Who are you? And what did you bring us in front of you?
Hi, I am the Medicated Chef. Everybody knows me as the Medicated Chef on Facebook and Instagram, of course, all one thing. I brought some OG Oreo bangers right here, some medicated cheesecake made from scratch literally today, a couple hours ago, especially for Amanda Munchies. Why wouldn't I make the best for her? Yeah, I'm working for Marijuana Evaluations. Been to a couple of events by Green Thumb. They're awesome at the Wasted Grain. It's a great time, man, in the Valley. The network's great. I've met a lot of good people. Of course, the show has been so awesome to me.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I just love coming here, and thank you for doing this. I think we all appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I'm super blessed for what I do. Super blessed for all of the support I have in the industry, all of you for coming here. It's certainly your knowledge that does make the show, just to be clear. It's also our sponsors that we very much thank. So tonight we have Hempful Farms with some amazing products that I can't wait for us to try. So Hempful Farms does CBD products. They also have Zonka line, which is THC, which is phenomenal. But for your CBD line, we have some gum tablets, Cool Mint, that we'll get to try tonight. Let's try see what that does after we medicate and have some dry mouth and all that goodness, right? And then we have some sour assorted fruit gummy chews at 250 milligrams of CBD. So I love their products. They always have the QR codes where you can scan them and find out more, which I think is so important in this industry today. Hemphill Farms in general is just a great company. If you guys have never been in there, you can walk in there and ask 1,000,001 questions, and they are always just really great at helping out. So, high five to Chris, Mel, and Dylan, Andy, and the whole crew. We'll talk more about those tonight. All right.
Can I give a shout out to Herbal Wellness Center for providing the medication to make your edibles?
Oh,
Yeah.
How nice.
Big
Yes.
shout out.
Right?
Yes.
So vaping distillate 80% is what it's made.
Yes, and
Just
I
let
love
you know.
vaping.
Yeah,
And
so just let you know.
also shout out to Marijuana Evaluations, who honors the Bud card. So super thankful for them as well. Yes, we can do shout outs all night.
Yeah.
Right.
Just wanted to say that's
No.
one
Yeah.
of your munchies.
Do we get to eat these?
Yeah, of course.
Because you
No,
just
you
have them in
try
front of our
it. Yeah,
face.
no,
Go
no,
ahead,
go-
Jake. You take the first one.
I cannot.
He cannot. He's on a keto
Shut
diet.
the
Yeah.
fuck.
He's on that. He's on that strict shit right
You
now.
came to my show on a diet?
Amanda Munchies,
Oh my
I think
God.
it's your honor. Go
Oh
ahead.
my gosh. Okay, I'm like,
just
which
get in
one?
there. Yeah, just get in
Which
there.
one?
But
Which
they
one?
look amazing. I'm
All right, can
super
we pass it
jealous.
around?
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
I
yeah.
could.
Oh yeah, this is for all the guests. This is
my
for
God.
I'm
everybody.
gonna live through. You're amazing.
Literally
Like,
made literally a
Oh my
couple hours
gosh.
Just
ago.
give me like a play-by-play.
Yeah.
Well, thank you,
I
sir.
have like the orgasm in my mouth right now.
There you go.
Orgasm in your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's one of my favorite
Oh, wow.
things. Oreo cheesecake. So is that just all filling in there?
No. This is
The
made from
bottom
scratch.
is the bottom made from the cookie of
Yeah,
the.
that's cookie and graham cracker.
Oh, so you're like mixing
Yeah,
it up.
and, I do everything from scratch. Everything
I
is
like it.
everything is made my. You guys want one?
I like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
they do.
what-
You're
what's
not
that?
allowed to say
Give me
no.
like a-
So okay, so this is
Yes,
I make
tell us
everything.
more.
I make everything from scratch, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what's in my recipes.
God.
But I make the crust from scratch, and I mean it's a graham cracker Oreo crust. The filling is of course made from scratch. The cheesecake filling, I make everything from by hand. You know, and it's dipped in medicated chocolate.
Was it your hands that made these or some little hands? Because I saw some
Well,
videos where you employed
Oh,
some little
Well, listen,
munchkins to
you gotta
do your
start-
work.
Labor's cheap when they're young. You know what I mean? You can
Yeah.
learn that. You know, you give out lessons for knowledge. You know what I mean? So yeah,
So you make it all,
I make it all.
and then you make the inside the cheesecake, right?
Everything
so
is
it's a cheesecake
medicated
with
from the
Oreos
inside
added.
Out. Everything is
Oh my God, I
inside
want
out.
that.
You know what I mean? So a true edible is medicated from the inside out, I believe, and you can't taste the medication.
No, it's amazing. Actually,
Thank
it's
you so
amazing.
much. I appreciate that. I will
I
be
feel
at-
really bad for you right now.
I'm gonna take one home.
Yeah, you
And
should.
put it in the freezer. And then
Yeah, no, you're good. You
And
guys
then
are-
when you can't eat it,
These
you
are
will.
good. These
That's
are
how I
good.
do it.
How long do you keto?
I'm on a 60
How
day kick
long
right
do
now.
you keep
Well, and it's
it?
a learning curve because it's not like immediate and it's a little more difficult than people give it credit for. A lot of people think it's like no carbs, but there's actually like you have to eat a lot more fats than you're probably used to eating. So a lot of people forget that and they just eat a bunch of protein and then it doesn't work and then they discount it. And there's actually a lot of medicinal benefits to going into ketosis. So you can actually pull out of like a pre-diabetic state. Going into straight keto and actually doing it the proper way and eating proper fats and healthy fats.
I have a good
See.
friend of mine who has done it, who at first it was not working and she stuck with it and it worked and she loves it and she looks great and she feels great. And I'm all about people doing whatever like feels good for them.
It's super good for your body. I
Yeah.
mean, there's just a bazillion different things
Hey,
going on.
I'll eat whatever you don't, man.
Oh no, I mean, so I'm just on like.
I don't know if these are gonna make it to
In
the
the
back.
long run, I will have sugar added back.
Yeah, I guess.
Who didn't take some? Did you
The
not
cheesecake,
take one?
yeah. Go ahead.
Wait, did you not take one? You better grab one
you better
right
grab
now.
one, yeah.
And you better
That
take
one,
one.
let me take one. I'm taking home.
No, I got you with the one. Well, we'll show you.
I saw Amanda dropping.
Just because I don't want it now, does that mean I don't want it?
napkins.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
You know you want one. I'm
You
not
know
kidding. You
the
better
fun
get
for
one
You
because
got-
I'm
yeah,
gonna eat
it's
them all.
amazing.
Yeah, go ahead, bitch.
You see, like
He didn't say I can't have more than one. No, he did not.
Amanda Munchies. I think if there's an S on your
I
name.
was gonna say I get at least two. I'm
There's an
just
S on-
kidding. I
there's an
sound
S
so
on-
greedy on this
No,
show
go ahead.
sometimes. The food
Wow,
is just so good.
that is like
Good, right?
that is so amazing.
All right.
Thank you.
See, everyone, like when you
I'll
did
wait.
that,
I'll
when you
hold
did
off
your,
on the other one. I'll wait. I'll space it out.
If you are trying to lose weight, I'm not
No.
a good asset to be in your. I mean, I
Oh,
will
I'm not
not
trying
feed
to
you,
lose
but you
weight.
probably won't want that.
I'm not trying to lose
You
weight.
want me to feed you? Trust me, especially.
I'm not trying to lose weight. Not on Monday. It's never on Monday.
right?
So
Oh, is he? Is
Oh
he?
no, I'm just stealing.
Oh, wow.
he's like, I'm gonna take it now
If he
because I
does
already
this
feel
Sunday,
like
There you
it's
go.
gonna go bad. Like it's gonna go.
To be,
All right.
like, going over the.
Look, you got chocolate on your fingers. You want a napkin, or you better
Oh,
lick
no,
those
lick
bad
that.
boys.
Yeah.
Well, you better.
Lick
Don't
that up,
waste
Mike.
it.
Hey, everyone,
Michael's
Don't
thank
be
you.
shy, man. Don't be shy around us. You just
I eat my roaches. I'm gonna lick that
Oh
off
my
my
gosh.
face.
He's not even lying. I thought he was just pulling my chains, but
Don't go anywhere with those.
wow.
I'll
Thank
see
you
you
so
guys
much.
later.
I really appreciate the compliment, guys.
I'm on keto. See you guys later.
That's what you do. You come
He's
steal my
gonna
food.
donate them to another patient.
Right.
Give them-
All right.
Of
Make them
course.
feel well.
So I know we have some serious stuff to talk about tonight, but before we get into serious stuff, I know you have pages of serious stuff. Before we get into
Pages,
that, I want to keep it light.
highlights,
So
and
we're probably
so
going to do
serious.
the second half. I'm just telling you, we're going to get into the
I'm
serious
here to
stuff in the
help.
second half. I know. We're just going to do serious stuff second half. So we're going to continue on a light note. I just
There you
feel
go.
like it's going to be really heavy. On a light note with the
Absorbing
two of
the
you
energy
gentlemen.
from that thing
What?
right now. You're just like absorbing the energy. You're like,
I
I,
just-
don't even know how to feel right now.
I already know I have some mixed feelings. I know I'm very mixed feelings about it already. So, before we go there, let's talk a little bit about you guys. So, how about we're gonna bounce back and forth to you.
Okay.
So, I want you to give us. So you're gonna have to think during these. So the first thing you can do is tell us the special of your day today, if you don't mind, that you found, and then we'll have
I haven't
Jake.
shaved this one.
give some information, and then we'll bounce back to you, and maybe you can tell us another good deal or a secret find or
Okay.
something that we don't know about a good deal.
Yeah.
And then hopefully before we go to break, you can tell us one more. So maybe we can do 3 will be
Yeah.
our goal.
There
Is
you
that
go.
all right?
Yeah,
Does
definitely.
that sound okay?
Yeah.
We don't really prep for this. No one really knows what we're going to talk about before
no.
we get here. They just show up and we throw it at him. So we'll see how he does. So Michael was an addition to our show, and I was hoping Miss Michelle was going to join us tonight, but wasn't able to make it. And we're going to talk some heavy stuff about politics and what's going to happen in our community and on the 2020
2020 initiative.
initiative, correct? So we're going to talk about that a little bit. But as I said, I do believe it does get a little bit serious. So we want you to stay tuned for that, which will be the second half of the show. We are paying attention on Facebook, so I actually have that up so that we'll be able to see commentary. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit non-serious. So, Marley
There you go.
Bob,
What's going on?
what was your deal of the day or special of the day?
Herbal Wellness Center had BOGO concentrate, BOGO vape and shatter, and wax. And
boy.
so, like, if you get the bottom shelf one, which isn't bad, it comes out to $12.50 a gram. How much is a pre-roll? I mean, a $10 pre-roll runs around 10. I mean, a 1 gram pre-roll runs around $10. I mean, and you smoke that up with your friends, and it's gone. So you can, I just have fun with a gram of wax. It's not a big deal at $12 a gram.
I like
And
it.
so that was a good deal today.
Very nice. All right. Shout out. And we love, you said Vapin was the brand, right?
Vaping, yeah, Herbal
love
Wellness Center.
Vaping
yeah,
brand.
I love that.
Super. So
Vaping
it's
again?
$9.14,
Yeah.
which means if you're going to get that deal, you better go right now. But make sure you keep the show on your phone as you watch.
Right.
But
12,
drive
right?
safely. So you have a few moments to go get that deal. All right. Pay attention. We got some more good stuff coming up. Jake. So you do events in the industry. You have hosted several at Wasted Grain that I have been blessed to attend. You've hosted several I haven't attended. Shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm so serious sometimes. But you do amazing events, and you bring different people together in the valley. You do some stuff with some chefs in our community, right? You've had Chef Peyton, right?
Who we're bringing back.
Yes, so exciting. So tell us, what do you got coming up? What's your next
So
event?
August 27th, if anybody here remembers Tasted Strains, we had a little bit back. We had the Summer of Love theme. We brought Chula Seafood in, Abdul Saeed from Bon Appetit. Shout out
Oh,
to
wow.
everybody.
That's
Yeah,
going to be
it's
amazing.
Love
Yeah.
phenomenal event. So we're actually in Under Delights for ice cream as well. If anybody remembers the ice cream, it's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. So
Yes.
we're actually going to do it all over
Being
again.
alive.
Everybody loved Chula Seafood. Chula Seafood flies in their food twice a week. They're great. They're fresh. Their name means quality seafood in this state.
Love it.
So we're bringing them back. Peyton Curry is actually, and this is a huge shout out as well, any chefs that want to do any work with us, we are looking for chefs for 11
Hey, I know
a.m.
a
I got a list of 13.
11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We will need you
13.
guys on the 27th.
Got a list of 13. I bet all 13 would be interested.
And so Peyton Curry is offering to let you guys work hands-on with him in the kitchen.
It's amazing.
Prepping for the event, so it's a great event. We're also doing, again, 30 days of Flourish Edibles at the event. For a raffle, we'll be announcing the winner from Last Tasted Strains.
Very
Because
cool.
we do this for each one.
Very cool.
And it's going to be amazing. We're also going to do a few new things. We're doing a lip sync
Okay.
We were debating karaoke, and we found the lip sync idea, so we're gonna let people come on stage and really just let it out.
Okay.
And see what happens.
Is it gonna be like the
Like
lip sync
it?
battle kind of?
It is.
Yeah, that's
so
gonna be amazing.
the winner. We're gonna have a little prize from one of our sponsors.
Cool.
We're gonna have a little deal, and then
I like it.
Utter Delights is back for ice cream.
Yes. Oh, the ice cream was so good. So
It's
good.
amazing, and they had CBD as well.
Yes.
CBD will be brought in by a new group, so we'll have to stay tuned for that.
Will House of Jane be present as well? Can I ask?
House
Can I-
of
I'm just
Jane
gonna-
will probably be there no matter
Okay.
what, because I
Okay.
know everyone
Shout
at that
out.
lovely squad. Shout out to all at House of Jane.
Yes.
Jane, you as well. But they have not confirmed or denied a sponsorship yet. So I
Okay.
can tell you guys that High Grade Arizona is bringing the heat with the flour
Oh,
and
nice.
the
That's-
concentrates,
yeah.
and they have confirmed that they're going to come and blow y'all's minds.
Yes.
We have a couple other major sponsors. The Good Dispensary has also sponsored at this point as well.
How does one get tickets for this event?
Well, we're gonna be talking to this Bud Card group
Okay.
about potential discount. But you guys can get the tickets online at Eventbrite. Go to our
Numbers.
website, Green Thumb Events, Instagram.
Love it.
It's on mine, Gen420. You can actually go to mine there as well. It's gonna be a blast, guys.
I
We
love
also have a couple new events coming in on it. We're gonna have a glass show, so people actually see a live
Yay.
glass blower. I have a guy that I met that does this deal where he puts up a huge canvas and he puts a bunch of paintbrushes down and pretty much lets people paint.
That's cool.
So we're gonna bring him in. So guys, come paint, have some
I
fun.
love it. This is so cool. All the things that happen in the cannabis industry, and
Right.
just like all the different stuff. And I feel like a lot of people don't know about these events and know like they're so welcoming. If you go to these events, everyone is so nice and welcoming. That's just my opinion. But like what Wasted Grains in Scottsdale, which can be a little intimidating sometimes for some of us that don't go to
Oh, yeah.
Scottsdale all the time. But honestly, I found the staff there was so nice. Everyone that was there was just super pleasant.
Yeah.
All the like participants were amazing. Every time I've been there, it's just been super
Yeah,
wonderful.
Wasted Grain's been super welcoming to our industry and the fact of really
Thank you.
breaking those barriers for bars, I guess
Yes.
you could say, because a lot of bars are anti-us or anti the movement or
That's
right.
located nearby.
That's right.
So like, and there's also compliance there. So we at
Yeah.
Green Thumb, our goal is compliance to make the patient feel safe, that they're not going to have the doors busted down. We have relationships with the liquor board. We have relationships with police.
Yes.
There's a whole 9 yards, because a lot of these people, like, there are events that happened recently, actually, that, you know, cops bust the doors down because they haven't dotted their I's, crossed their T's, or a lot of people don't even look into the compliance that they need
Or
to. for
even
some of these
private
events.
parties, cops are kind of
Well,
interfering
Yeah.
with and stuff.
Where's
Like,
the line? So alcohol and
Yeah.
cannabis shouldn't be mixed. So if you're doing that at an event, that's a big, huge, unfortunate no-no, especially if there's a liquor board there. Because
I
our
think-
liquor board was like, so we don't have a liquor license on anything there's cannabis at inside of our event. And that's our huge number rule for us. We completely separate the two, and we do not let the two interfere with each other.
and at Wasted Green, you actually have mocktails with CBD,
Correct.
correct? Which was also approved by Liquor Board, which is
So,
a huge win as
that
well,
took us
correct?
it took us about 6 months. We started with a syrup group. They declined us the first 2 times, and then we really pushed and we showed the laws compliance and said there's the hemp bill that passed that allows CBD, and this state allows us to put it in a drink. So there's really no law that differentiates. So
That's awesome. And then, okay, so just to go back though, even if cannabis parties, even if I'm having a private party and there is no alcohol, like technically, if someone wanted to be an asshole and come break it up, they totally can.
I mean, technically, a cop can do anything, and then
Yes.
just ask questions
Yeah, so we
later.
are
That's
not really
unfortunate.
safe yet in this industry, and I think
No.
that's something, you know, as someone who, as we are going to get serious and talk about laws, that we really do acknowledge that we're still not safe in this industry, that when we drive after medicating or ever have medicating in the last 30 days, we're not safe because this is a no tolerance state for DUIs. Those are things that I think a lot of the times we're very free with, and I personally, like, I love my friends because they all roll so deep with their medication and stuff. I am scared as fuck. I don't really roll with paraphernalia. I mean, I bring stuff to the show because it's part of my job to come here and be prepared. But like, it's not something I like to do. I don't like to roll with a rig or
Yeah.
with these things, or even wearing cannabis brands, or like for me,
Really?
if I get pulled over and I'm wearing that, I fear that I'm already going to be screwed. And so for me, that's really, really scary. And so I want to protect myself in this industry. And so I hate to say it, but I will not. I love cannabis. I won't fucking wear it.
I understand your position on that. I wanted to say, the chef can justify what he does.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
But for me,
yes,
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 in the role that I take on, it's important for me to be braver than a lot of people
Yes,
would want to be,
and it helps to
because
normalize it.
that creates a space
Yeah.
for people
But
to
if
be
you've
more
ever been to
comfortable.
jail already for a DUI, or you know what
Oh.
that's like, then
Yes.
you might not want to go back. And so, when
Yeah.
those are things that are important.
Well, I may go
See, that
down
is-
the opposite aisle the cop is, but I'm still gonna walk tall.
Well, the DUI is a big deal. Like, I can actually
Somewhere in
speak
my
to
boot
that.
socks on.
the DUI.
DUIs are a huge deal because they can.
Yeah, they
take-
suck.
yeah.
Like back in the day,
They suck
you
out
were
here.
you were always. I was trained to never have your med card near your driver's license.
I don't have it
because
today
if
near
they
it.
see it, they can technically
That's
hit
right.
you, and if you have any priors,
That's right.
guess what they're legally allowed to do? Take your blood.
That's
And
right.
if there's any THC in that blood,
That's right.
they can technically put you in front of a jury.
That's right.
And if you think every jury member in that jury knows how cannabis works in your blood and is going to understand it
cares.
if it gets put in front of them, or maybe they just don't give right.
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 They've been trained to not like it, so you're
Yeah.
screwed. So
Yeah.
And
DUIs are an
if,
issue.
in the airport, if you travel and you wear cannabis and you're asked if you work in the cannabis industry and you acknowledge it, they can remove your rights to fly.
It's
So
crazy.
a lot of people
What?
Yes.
I was watching.
Yes, at 100% they can remove your rights to fly. So,
Noted.
I was watching
Absolutely.
a special on Vice, and this she's like the president or CEO of a company in Colorado, and so no matter where she goes, she sets off the dogs every airport. So she has to carry a special card that says, "Hey, I'm a CEO of a cannabis industry, and the pollen's covered my everything, and I'm always going to set off every dog in
She's
every
lucky
airport."
that they have
and
that
it was
they allow
it was
her
on
to continue
Vice,
to
and
fly.
they
See,
just
I want to know the regulations.
She's
and
lucky they
Yeah.
allow her to continue to fly. They
I've
can take
traveled
away
to-
your right to fly.
What?
I've traveled to DC and back for normal conventions, and when I've traveled there, I've found one TSA card in my luggage. When I came back, I found two.
So they searched your luggage?
So they searched my luggage. It was funny because this, like, both times when I got back, I found that I actually had traveled with weed that I didn't even know about because I didn't have any when I was in DC.
They were
Right.
better finding it than you were.
Right.
Yeah, I just
We were both pretty good at not finding it.
not find it. They didn't find it either.
Well, they
Clearly,
don't, I mean, I
yeah.
fly all the time, and like, I'm not gonna
It's a
forever
horrible
deny
stash
that I fly with my medication, but like, they're really not that hands-on with cannabis. But they're there to find bombs. They're
Yeah.
not there to
Sure.
stop the stoner from getting a
Sure.
high in the wrong spot.
Sure.
I mean, does it happen? Yeah, but like,
Sure,
I
but
mean,
it's still a risk that we take.
it's always a risk.
Yeah.
That's part of being in the
LAX
industry.
just changed the laws. You can fly out of LAX, I think, with 7 grams of concentrate and an ounce. Now, where you land is up to you, and
Yes.
hopefully it's legal, and you're not going to get in trouble where you land, and there's not a
And
cop
I'm
waiting
sure
for
if you
you.
walk through LAX and you say that you work in the cannabis industry, nobody's going to give a
No.
shit. But I feel like if you're in Mississippi or Utah or some other
Oh,
place where
right.
they're not cannabis friendly, like
yeah, you're
they're going to be
screwed.
a lot more likely to. So I'm not saying, I just want to be
I
clear.
know, as soon
I'm
as
not
you
saying how
break that
anyone is
state line-
enforcing laws
Yeah.
or where
As
they're
soon as you break
enforcing
those state
laws,
lines,
but it's
you're
up to
federal.
people, right?
Yeah.
But it's up to people on how they want to do their job and how they're feeling today. And so I just, as in general in our industry, we still need to be cautious about what we're doing and what we're saying. And
Very much,
you know,
yeah.
this is important. As much as we want to normalize it, it's not normal yet. And so,
Normal.
yeah, right, but it's not normal yet, and so we still have to be cautious. And even, you know, I had someone who wants to cover the show, a magazine or a newspaper here in Phoenix that wants to kind of cover what we're doing, and some of that makes me worried because some of what we're doing is still gray. Again, you can say that we're doing events very, very legal and da-da-da-da, but to whose interpretation? And we say that in a state where we know very much it's up to the law and when they come down to it. So
Yeah.
I would just hate for any of us to
Constitutorial
ever,
discretion,
get in trouble after, you know, we're trying to do good things. Even me with the medicated competition, which I also know was not, you know, it's not 100%. I know that. I know the stuff that we're towing the gray line, but
What
at the same
medicated
time,
competition?
but at the same time, if we don't, but if we don't do these things, then we're not capturing what's happening in Arizona
Yeah.
and the great talent that we have here. So there has to be people willing to toe the line, right?
Right.
And I might not be willing to do it by wearing a cannabis hat, but I'm certainly here with a show that definitely lets everyone know I'm in the cannabis industry,
This is
right?
why
Yeah.
we have to go all
Right.
the way to straight up legalization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why do you
Because we
think?
got to get rid of this whole stigma that we have right now, to where we have a thin line that we can walk and feel safe.
Why do you think I have to use the word donation,
Donation.
everywhere I go? Because
talk about
Yeah.
Yeah,
Heavy talk. Heavy
That's
talk.
why I donated these to Amanda. I can't receive any funds because I'm not a business or a legal cannabis.
I don't have any
you know what
funds
I mean?
anyways.
So nobody can
This is a
hem me up. I'm a donation.
Non-profit show.
Right.
That's quite a bit different.
Hear me? I'm a
What I mean
donation.
when I say donate to
Bastards.
normal.
We are a very non-profit show
From the
around
East Coast,
here.
you're not
Yeah.
stepping me up, man.
Everything is donated.
Yeah, everything's donated. Okay.
All right, so serious.
I couldn't hear you. What?
Yeah.
I know, because this is good
How
stuff.
delicious. Yeah.
All right, so it is.
I
It's
feel like you
amazing.
lost
Thank you.
like 2 inches
Oh,
right there.
Now you
By
know
the
I
way-
went down this chair, always messes with me.
People can try this cheesecake on the 27th at Marijuana Evaluations. I'm handing out all these cheesecakes. Huh?
Michael wants another
He does?
He's right.
All right, Michael.
Take that one in that corner. Yeah, thanks.
Mr. Anderson. You're Mr.
What happens when you break
I
your
love
food?
saying that, but.
Can I have another
But
napkin
at
too?
all locations at on the 27th, Marijuana Evaluations
needing
will have me there.
Thank you.
We'll state the times, but I'll be handing out cheesecakes, non-medicated, of course.
So when you
Whoever-
sign up and get your card,
yeah, you sign up and get your card. You will get cheesecake. I'll be
And
there
that's when
handing
is that
out.
when the 2-year thing starts?
Yes.
See, that's
Also, but we're doing this
Kinda a
since you
celebration.
don't want to wait in the line. Nobody wants to be there at 27th, waiting in line all day. So you can purchase your card now, and we'll
Wow.
process you. Sorry, my bad. We'll process you the 28th.
They'll see
Okay.
you no matter what.
We'll process you the 27th, 28th. I'll be up at 12 o'clock in the morning
Oh man.
processing people on that VIP line. So make sure you get your card now. Do not be stuck in the office that day to get your two.
yeah, because a lot of
There'll
people
probably
waited.
be a line.
I know.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, and the state's gonna be pat. You know what I mean? So
Oh
get
yeah,
it done.
the computers
So-
are gonna be yeah.
Yeah,
So I know a
get it
lot.
done.
What do you mean when you say get it now? So I know.
So you're gonna pay for your
elaborate?
certificate now, pay for your card now, and then we
You
are
guys
gonna
don't follow
process
it,
you. We'll
right?
put you on a 27 hold, and we will process you the 27th.
Because I know you guys have
You know
been
what I mean?
doing that. The reason I asked is because
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of the viewers, I'm assuming, all know that you're doing that as well, which would cut down on a lot of problems. So yeah.
Yeah.
Just wanted to ask.
So we're just trying to cut you weighing hours and hours at the
like
end
card
of
Yeah.
members, you would
I mean,
save and
we'll
save
save
That's the
time.
day that the card changes from 1 year to 2.
2 years. Yes.
And is the price going to stay the same?
$249 out the door, $174 with food stamps all day, every day.
$249
All
to you
day.
or $249 including the
Every-
stage fee?
All day, every
Including the
day.
state
No,
fee.
including everything. Yes.
Okay, so you okay?
Out
And
the
200
door,
for
all day,
DAs
every day.
all over the valley. Dispensary agents, $200.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting.
See, I just renewed
So
mine,
usually
but I couldn't
5.
wait.
I don't know.
See, I couldn't wait because I'm a disabled veteran and I need meds. So it's like I couldn't wait. Yeah, it was
I
like
get it.
I had. It was about 4.5 weeks I had to wait
No,
without a
well,
card.
I'd have
So
to wait
like
more.
yeah.
That's too long.
I would
can't.
So now it's like I
Mine's
felt
5 days.
it's like
so
it was like oh do I want 2 years, but it's like you know what can't do it.
you can
Just
Well,
wait
you
till
know,
next
I
time.
helped
Yeah.
make sure that
I'm in
this
the same
happened
boat
in the
as
Capitol.
you.
I had to do it. My card like expires on August 7th,
Yeah.
but I'd already got my new card.
Yeah.
So you got your new card, but it's not good for 2 years.
Nope. I
Mine's
don't-
not either.
But I wasn't gonna wait, you know.
No, I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Yep,
It's not
same
worth the
here.
risk either, I don't think.
No,
Nor did I want to be without my medicine because
No,
this
I
is
can't-
very much
It's too
medicine
long.
to me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was too far, but now it's August. We're trying to save people $249, $250. Other places $300. So we're just trying to save you some money. Come on in. Oh, my bad.
Breaking things.
Come on in. Marijuana evaluation.
Don't beat up my microphone.
Yeah, well, I've seen you hit yours multiple times.
Look.
Amanda Munchies.
All right.
It's because of this.
So I want to know why everyone in this room medicates and how you medicate, as personal as you'll get.
Yeah. Okay.
So we want to educate our viewers about medicating and the fact that this is medicine, and I believe this is medicine. So part of normalizing it, I believe, is talking about why we use medicine, right? And so with that being said, we have to actually talk about what it's good for. So I want to say in this past week, I went to work at Sturgis in South Dakota with some friends, family, awesome friends, and some of them were in pain and did not, they don't use THC, and I happened to bring a bunch of CBD that Jeffro Kush had gave me. So
That's good
from a couple
CBD.
shows ago, so I brought a bunch of it with me, and they weren't really familiar with smoking CBD. But they were open to it, and I promised them they wouldn't get head high. And I had Undo just in case anyone felt like they did. Yes, Undo, we love it. Basically, I gave it to them, and they did. They slept better. They felt that their pain was lessened. They had less anxiety. So I think it's important, again, to talk about these things. And so they didn't smoke a ton of it. We rolled a CBD joint, and they passed it around at the end of the night before they went to bed, and everyone slept a little better, right? Some of us passed around a THC fatty or two or three, right? But yeah, so I just think it's, like I said, important to talk about why people are medicating. So we'll just go around and in a few words, I'm sure we medicate for more than one reason. I medicate for definitely multiple reasons, but I could probably pick at least 2 or 3 of the top reasons why I medicate and say how I medicate for those things. So I'm going to ask you guys to do the same. We're going to start at our right this time, even though it's the opposite way of how you'd pass a doobie. We're going to go to the right. So tell the camera why or how you medicate. And if you don't really want to participate in this, like if you're super uncomfortable, okay.
Yeah,
I just want to
I'll
make sure.
tell you
If
how,
anyone's
when,
ever
I'm good.
uncomfortable, I guess you can say so. All right.
Well, every
All right.
day.
My chair keeps
are you
going
good?
down. It's the chair.
It's the
chair.
edibles.
It's okay.
It's really not as tall as
Your chair got
Short
high.
as fuck.
Your chair got high
Yours
now.
are different. My
Pause the
chairs get
camera,
high.
pause the camera.
All right. So go ahead.
back.
You can start. You can start.
Every day at 4:20. No, just kidding. I started at like 15. I got high my first time. So
Medicated.
yeah,
Medicated.
I'm sorry. I know that's the first thing.
Research.
Talk about it.
Oh goodness.
Talk about it right.
Context is important.
It is.
Goodness.
I was 15
You should
back
have
then,
seen
so I didn't know
him
the
during the
difference.
learn and roll.
Sorry,
Oh
my
my
bad.
goodness.
But I
Blindfolded.
got medicated. I didn't know better back then. I
No,
was
we
talking
did not.
to them.
We did not. We were doing
Oh.
research. We just didn't know.
Exactly. So.
So why were you medicating back then? Do you know?
Very, very active kid. I'm bipolar as hell. So
Okay.
I
Those are
wish we
awesome.
would do more research with bipolar and cannabis. And autism. Actually, that would be great. But it really helped me. I'm in the restaurant business too. It's very stressful. Very stressful. Very stressful.
Is it
25
stressful?
Yeah, 25 years of that. 80% of the restaurant business does smoke marijuana or use other drugs. You know what I mean? But marijuana was the way to go for me.
So does it help you focus? Does it help you?
It actually slows me down, which helps me focus more. But when I smoke a really good indica, I can't shut up. I'm just saying.
Is that what's happening? No, I'm just
Yeah, no,
I'm
no,
just kidding.
seriously,
I'm
yeah,
just
no.
That
kidding.
makes so much sense.
I've said-
I'm sorry.
That wasn't
I've
indica,
said
wasn't it?
for me it feels like when I wake up, like if the world operates at about 100 miles an hour, for me my brain is going like 1,000 miles an hour, and so when I medicate, it helps bring me closer to 100 miles an hour. I never get there, but it does. It helps slow me down to where I can actually focus on things and get it done. So I feel like I can kind of relate when you say that.
for sure.
I definitely feel like there's a snow globe in my head sometimes, and I just need to slow down the flurry of madness so that I can be productive and get good shit done. So I hear you.
Yeah.
You're not the only one, and so I think other people who feel that same way or wake up feeling that
It
same
helps
way.
me eating too. With like my stomach's super sensitive with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So it just helps me just calm it down
So
first
you
thing in
can
the
eat too.
morning.
Very cool.
A lot of people deal with that morning stomach problems. So.
They sure do. Issues. We got lots of issues. Our food's no good today.
No.
What about you, Jake? What are you doing? Yeah.
Right.
Well, I was in the military, so that is kind of.
Aw, thank you for your service.
service.
Although I'm
United
also
States Air
conflicted.
Force.
Oh, no doubt.
Tucson.
Marines right here, buddy.
But my
you
bigger
both.
thing would be that I have 2 broken heels
Ouch.
that shattered in 2015 in 10 different pieces each heel.
Wow.
You were on
Was that during
crutches for years.
service?
I was in a wheelchair.
Was that during
and-
service or was that
this
doing
after
something else?
service.
You didn't even get hurt during service.
Oh.
You're
It's
the
ironic,
worst.
I landed wrong on blacktop, shattered my heels in impact.
Wow.
And then I had 15 surgeries. They removed 2 muscles out of my body,
Ouch.
put them on my feet, scraped
Wow.
my thighs.
Can we see?
I could show them.
You said earlier. Look, we get real here sometimes.
That is.
I'm not a doctor. Oh
Whoa.
shit.
That is. Wow.
Oh
Ouch.
shit.
Oh wow.
How long ago was this?
Instagram. That is.
You gotta watch the Bud Show to actually see
Yeah.
this.
Wow.
Wow,
That's both of them.
dude. How long ago was this?
I thought I had bad
15,
flat feet.
2015. So
2015,
I
yeah.
broke them, and then they
Man.
didn't stick
4
with the
years,
plates
4
in, and I
years.
got an infection. And they opened up, so they flicked my plates. It's bad.
Oh,
Wow.
And
Yeah.
then so from
Like
there,
plates. I've
they
never
took
heard
my
that.
thigh, and then I'm missing this muscle.
Wow.
So that's on my right foot. And then,
I want to hug you right now. Like I was joking,
so
and I.
then they
now I
heal
feel bad.
inappropriate. They
Can I
didn't heal
come hug
properly.
you? I'm coming to hug you. I don't care. You're like, I got this, bitch, but I don't care. I'm hugging you anyways.
But yeah, so that's why I medicate.
Yeah.
I don't take any painkillers. My feet didn't heal properly. I was in a wheelchair for like almost a year.
Damn.
I was bedridden for a long time. I got off painkillers in the hospital.
Painkillers suck.
I went through situations where they negated my medical position due to the cannabis in my blood. I was considered a drug addict, so a lot of facilities refused due to their federal funding to allow me into their supply. It literally took 2 extra weeks. for me to
And
have-
cannabis was probably one of the only things that was actually working. Am I wrong to say
may or
that? Can
may
I say
not
that?
Have had a lot of edibles coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
RSO. was
Do you
a
use
big thing.
topicals or anything now?
I do. I ignore it a lot, unfortunately. That's why a lot of
Yeah.
people don't know that I have the injury unless I'm just like, hey, or they make a comment because I'm
That's
always.
like recovery right there.
I'm in sandals because I can't put shoes on because of my feet. And unfortunately, like the other downside is like they tried to convince me to not do this surgery and chop them off.
The
So,
feet,
Oh my
so
god.
people are like, oh my god, like chop off the feet. But here's the facts, okay? So
not so.
a prosthetic is actually more mobile right now than I am because I can
Oh,
barely
wow.
walk because of how much pain I'm in all the time and the pressure on my heels is insane. So if I were to chop my feet, the pain goes away. I've actually had
Wow.
many conversations now with the people who are in similar positions, and it's the prosthetics have gone that far. And then again, cannabis. So like most people, if we went back like 5 years from now, like I wouldn't be here because I'd be in a bed, meted out, Oxycontins because like cannabis wasn't right, or if I wasn't in the right state. I'm from Kansas, like weed's not cool there. Cannabis, not weed.
No,
I
it's
forget
not.
my lingo, but
No,
it's not. I mean, there's zero tolerance. law
You're
there.
forgiven. Medicated chef, no. You're
Yeah, what happened
forgiven.
with that? You know, that was like New Jersey back in the. I just moved from the East Coast. It's still not cool there like that.
So I smoked my first time when I was like 13, a sophomore in high school, Kansas. I kept continuing to medicate. I stopped when I was in the military. Came back literally the day I got out of the military in uniform. Went to a friend's location in a certain state that I will not name because it probably was gray market, but got medicated, ADHD, and then yeah, so huge fan of cannabis.
Yeah, I can bet. I can only imagine. So have you done any, I'm going to ask you some personal
That's
stuff.
fine.
Sorry. Have you done any like bath bombs or any type of those things at all?
It's funny you ask. I have not.
Would you try if I was able to get you a couple?
Yes, I would. And
Fizz Freak AZ, I would really like a couple. Actually, you already have some. I'm going to give
Fizz
you one.
Freak,
So I don't
that's
have any with me,
amazing.
I don't think. I don't think I have any in my bag. If I have one in my bag, I'll give it to you. If I don't, though, Jake, you remind me, and I'm going to bring you one from Fizz Freak. So they're amazing, and I would really like you to try it, and maybe it would give you a little bit of relief.
You're
I
like
feel
the
like I
Mary
don't.
Poppins
I don't
of
have
cannabis.
it. I'm like, I don't
Right,
have
that
it
bag
in
is
here. I
amazing.
don't.
She has so
I'm
many
like, I
goodies in
don't
the
have
bag.
it
She's
in
like the
here.
Mary Poppins of cannabis.
I
She's like,
don't.
shh, pulls out a fucking 6
I do. I got all
bomb.
kinds of
Yeah.
stuff. but
You
I-
know, look at
It's
cup.
actually just bubble wrap.
that's like my favorite. I have like 3 of those in my house, and I love those.
I have
cups.
lots of things,
Oh,
but I
that's a
don't-
nice
What the
fuck?
These are stuff that Bud Card members
Look how
get.
big this is. She pulls out a whole nother.
Stop.
Is this
And
made
then
from
there's
hair?
more
She pulls out a whole.
Oh,
Oh, there you go. Wow.
I got
It
stuff.
just keeps
So
on
these are
coming.
things
You guys should do like a
Keeps on coming.
segment.
Oh my
called
God.
Amanda's bag.
Bud Card members. So Bud Card members get to go in this bag when they see me and show me their membership, and they get to pick out an item.
Oh,
So
nice.
That is
that's
pretty
what they
neat.
get
What's
to,
up?
that's one of the perks of being a member.
So if I become a member tonight and then I see you,
Yeah,
and
you
you
get
have
to
a
stick
bag.
your hand in there and go and get one of the items. So I have these awesome earrings. I'll have to put one of the things in. But so I will get you a Fizz Freak. I'm going to get you one. I would really like you to try that and just see if it brings you any relief
I
at
mean,
all.
Put that in
And
there.
not saying it will.
Right.
I'm not saying that it's a cure all or anything. But your skin obviously is, you know, one of your biggest
I get it.
organs, and it's part of what's being impacted. So maybe if we
I'm a huge believer in CBD too. I've been wholesaling CBD for 5 years.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna get him on some bath bombs for his feet, yo. I love it.
Nice.
Okay.
And
All
on
right.
to the next one.
He's like, we're good. We get so serious up in here.
That lemonade's making me so thirsty. He's got over
Oh
there.
yeah.
No, he's not supposed to have it.
It's
He's
just-
gonna get me fired.
Oh, my bad.
Open cup, open cup.
Oh, it's like a
Man
kitchen
down,
roll.
man
It's
down.
like a kitchen roll. My
Oh my
bad.
God.
Sorry. You're supposed to
Nobody
do it.
needs to snitch. She did it first.
A giant soda.
Here.
I try
While-
snitches.
While
Justice.
while you talk,
Hey, that open cup is delicious.
while we getting crazy up in here. While Marley Bob, I'm saying
Love that
right.
name, by the
Yeah,
way.
Marley Bob, yeah.
I love that name.
Bob Marley is just. I'm gonna get.
Wait,
Yeah,
where
you
did
backwards.
your name come from?
Bob Marley's my favorite musician. When I was a kid, he freaking like I learned about him stopping a civil war with music. 2 of them actually, and that's when I was a kid. And before I even started smoking and medicating, that was it. And then I joined the army. Got stationed in Hawaii.
Holy
and
shit, we
yeah,
got
so we have
one
3
full of
different.
that.
We have 3 different.
Thank you, everyone,
Marines,
for your
Air Force,
service,
and
although
Army.
I feel a little
Navy.
conflicted.
Navy.
Navy.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
we got them all. We got them all. We got them all. That's pretty amazing. So,
Except for the
plan
Coast
that?
Guard
No.
guy.
Just
No.
plan that.
No,
I doesn't. I mean, I don't really. I don't talk about it too
That's
much.
insane. No,
Yeah.
I didn't know till just now.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That is pretty amazing. So, but yeah, that's where the name comes from, Marley Bob. 710 because I medicate doing dabs because I have 3 herniated discs. One's on the sciatic nerve, and all 3 have facet arthritis. And it's from the military, mosh pits, and working retail in the freezers for 12 years. So,
Thank you.
that is why I medicate. I started when I was around 14, 15, and it was because of ADHD. Seems like everybody else. My brain just want to slow my brain down. Kind of get some clear thoughts and stuff. They were putting me on Ritalin and all that other crap, and when I was a kid, just didn't like it. Used cannabis when I was young, and it stuck with me. I quit for a very long time.
What is in our food that all of our brain is going this fast? By the way,
I got married, had kids, all this stuff. My back would not stop hurting. Went to the doctor. They just started over prescribing me opiates. My wife wasn't having it, and we talked about the card. And the craziest thing was I was 270 pounds when I got my card. I just got my 3rd card. I went down. I lost over 120 pounds using cannabis,
Wow.
and no longer have diabetes, type 2 diabetes. And my doctor's like, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, "Smoking." My appetite flipped. I lost my appetite. I lost a bunch of weight, and it helped
wait a
with
minute.
pain.
Wait a minute. For the record, I mean, I'm Amanda Munchies. I
Yeah.
just want to be clear on what you just said because everyone thinks that you get medicated and then you automatically eat a shit ton of food. That is not necessarily true, correct? It depends
No.
on what you medicate on and what it does
Right.
to what you're
I think
eating.
the first maybe
And
2
you're
weeks when I got my
medicated
card,
for.
it was like almost overwhelming. But I took 1 or 2 hits off from Skywalker, and I had trouble walking in my bed.
Hell yeah.
You know, I was like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" I didn't have any pain, but I was like, "What is this? I haven't used cannabis in so long. This stuff is way stronger than I remember." And so, these gummies are amazing.
Yeah,
The
they're
gummies
like-
are
they're
really
really
good.
good.
So I'm giving them.
I
You
can
got to give
tell.
one to her too.
Exactly.
And you want
Real-
one? Do you want one? Here,
Real fruit
it's
juice.
in my hand.
Yeah, they're super fresh.
I know
So
you use real
these
fruit
are
juice.
gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, no high fructose corn syrup,
These are very
contains
natural.
CBD. This is from Hempful Farms.
I can
Bud Card
taste it.
members get discounts. Everyone gets a discount tomorrow if you mention the Bud Show. But Bud Card members always get a discount at Hempful Farms, and you can order online, not just in their store. These are delish. The texture was
Medicated
definitely
chef
amazing.
approved. Definitely delicious.
They were one of the
Yeah.
original hemp brands out here.
You know what? I would freeze those and throw them in a beverage.
They're gone.
It's gone. Doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
Everything's
I'm
gone.
just saying, I'll
Freeze
buy some
what?
of
I'm
those.
sure.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I would chomp on those all the time.
Yeah, those are amazing.
Sour, but not too sour.
No.
Those are great.
I could use those some edibles, dude.
That's what they say walking out
I
the door.
was an eater of
Mm-hmm.
gummies before I knew they could taste so much fun.
Right, they're so
Yeah.
good, right? All right. Now we need to get on. So, why else do you medicate? Is there any other major reason or anything else you do? How do you dab or smoke?
I
Or
dab.
both?
I dab and bongs and blunts when I have company over and stuff.
Bong hits.
But I like bong hits. The flower and the bong hit is perfect. I have a couple bongs that hold lots of ice. I'm old school, and I ice cold clean it up. I clean it every day, every other day. Crystal clear, filled with ice, nice water, and bong hits, and then the dabs.
Love it. Cool. All right. Michael Wasner, why do you medicate? How do you medicate? What's up?
Well, I grew up in a community that was a marijuana community. I didn't actually start smoking until I was a runaway from military school at 18.
Nice.
And it was like the third, fourth day out. Here, try this. And that very night, we were stopped, and there was like cop lights
That's
in my
when
face.
we met.
Get out of the car! You know, that kind of thing. It was a very intense moment, and boy, because I was already high, you know, I was already in the middle of it, and here was this high crisis moment. I got through that. I continued hitchhiking, you know, and started having access to marijuana. Later, when I lived in marijuana communities again and again, like I followed the Grateful Dead. I had family that were growers, you know, this kind of thing, going through the decades. And then when I moved to Arizona to be a school teacher, I didn't smoke. I didn't smoke in Arizona.
I love how that goes.
Yeah, that was a great story.
And then
I
became
didn't
a school
smoke in
teacher.
Arizona, and then that's not to say that I wouldn't go back in the summers and, you know, hey, family and friends, this is so good to see you guys again. But then in 2005, my first wife committed suicide.
I'm sorry.
And it was kind of a difficult thing. And like 2-3 days into it, my minister says, hey, I'd like to do something for you. And he hands me a joint.
Yes.
That's
And
amazing.
I was like,
That's a
this is a sign from God, not to be like ridiculous, but that was very powerful for me. That he said, this will help you with the memories. And it did, because at that point, like 2 or 3 days in, you really haven't slept very well, you don't think about other things very well. It was a suicide, and we were like really close. So, wow. Since then, when I went into politics, I decided that, you know, I had to get a marijuana card because I wasn't going to hide that I was a marijuana smoker.
Right.
That wouldn't be the way to do it. My wife had already gone into politics, and she's not a marijuana smoker at that time. She just knew it was the wrong thing to have this prohibition, so she was ready to fight against it, even though, you know, it wasn't her that was the smoker, it was me. And boy, I went into politics with a whole host of things, and there's a lot of great people working on a lot of important issues like immigration, education, rural electrification, and desalinization. These were things that I used to rhyme with because I worked on them so much, right? But legalization didn't have a lot of people actually working on it. I was like, why is that? This is such an issue that's going to win someday. You just have to keep at it. So as a school teacher, I was like, oh, stay in teaching or go into politics. So I went into politics, and that threw me straight into working with Safe Arizona. I used to be the political director with Dave Wisniewski, Robert Clark, Dennis Volke, Dave Wisniewski. Yeah, I said it.
Do you medicate with cannabis or do you medicate
Oh, I
with
medicate.
concentrates? How do you prefer to medicate?
What can you get to me?
Right. Hand it over. Here we go.
Look, I know we
Okay,
all
to
do
answer-
everything, but
Right.
what's your preference?
I mostly smoke joints, and not a whole joint at a time. Like I'll have 2 or 3 hits, put it out. I'll go back to it later. You know, I can show you my can. I got it right here.
He's
I'm
a
a metal
liar.
guy,
Cool.
right?
He's a liar. You're
love
smoking
it.
a joint, and then he literally sparked another one. We were halfway done with the other one. He's
But
he's Snoop.
see,
White
it's
stick.
there.
This show's different. Everyone smokes differently.
If I need an ashtray, look, that's an ashtray right
Oh,
there.
you're so together.
So I can put it out
So
and you know,
This guy.
right?
You got your
That's
grandma
old school.
peak. Yeah, that's totally
I
old
like
school.
it.
I love it.
The
The only way
Willie's
to
Reserve, it
get
hasn't
the
been
only
Willie's
more
Reserve
old
Smoke a
school,
in
joint.
like a while.
the only more old school it could get was if that was in an old film can. That's the only way that could get more old school.
Got my card back in
I love it.
1925.
Yeah, I've had a card since 2012, and really this became the main thing of my life by 2015 because Safe Arizona started out working on legalization, and I really went to sleep on a floor here in Phoenix because my home's up in Sohi, Arizona. And it's true, when we talk about smoking,
Yeah.
I use it for anxiety control. I use it for pain. Now, I have a lot of different injuries. I was a construction worker up until I was about 30. Went to college. I have back injury, knee injury. I point to my shoulder, bad shoulder injury. And I'm in pain a lot of the time.
Like so many are, and this is
Yeah.
why
I'm
people
60
need,
years old. I beat
people
this
need
thing up.
cannabis. They need CBD. If you're afraid of the THC, start with the CBD and then try the THC.
Yeah.
Great products like this. Just as a little intro to it. All right, we're gonna take a commercial break. And we're gonna go medicate because I feel like we're all getting anxious and pain. So we're all gonna go medicate, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. In the meantime, go on to Hemphill Farms website and check out these amazing products. Everyone in here was blown away by the amazing texture and flavor of the sour assorted fruit gummies. I personally thought these were absolutely delicious. 25 milligrams per gummy, 10 in there. It's now empty. We killed it. I only ate 2, so I did share just for note. But these were absolutely delicious. And again, love Hemphill Farms. They have the QR code on the side so that you can track it. When we get back, we'll try the gum. And some lucky person tonight will actually get to go home with their own Hemphill Farms gum. So we'll see. We'll see who gets to do that. Maybe one of our guests tonight. Oh, I hold on to shit tight. I'm putting in the munchies. I don't fuck around. You don't know.
Swiper, stop swiping.
And I saw you capture a second goodie over there. Don't think I didn't see you.
Got you on point.
No, I already saw him capture one. Look. They think I don't see. I see it all. I see it all. I'm a mom.
No good.
I'm all kinds of things. So we're going to munch on this when we get back. We're going to go break. In the meantime, make sure you follow all of our guests. Check them out on their social media pages. So again, we have Marley Bob 710, right?
Marley Bob 710 Instagram.
We have Michael Weisner with Normal and Arizona Cannabis Monthly, so check them out. We got Medicated Chef and Marijuana Evaluations, which are also part of the Bud Card. So definitely check out the Bud Card, and you're watching the Bud Show. And we have Jake the Ginger, the Awesome Sauce Ginger, with Green Thumb Entertainment, right? No,
Thumb Events.
Green Thumb Events. Sorry, I was pretty on point there. So Green Thumb Events, and you guys do all kinds of cannabis-friendly events here in the Bayou.
we do.
Cool. All right, we're going to break, medicate, and come back. We hope you do the same.